Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here with a question for you guys today. What's the best way to approach Assassin's Creed 4? Now this is coming from someone who doesn't even remember the last Assassin's Creed game that he played, and that was the original one. It's been so long, and honestly I forgot pretty much everything about it other than I climbed and I killed things. I mean, I don't even think I finished the original game, I just played it ever so briefly. But I'm coming back into the series, and I've spent a couple of hours with the game so far. I am quite enjoying it. There's a few things I'd like to touch on, sort of giving some first impressions. But I'd also like to know from you guys who have played and or finished the game what you think of it and what you think the best way for someone who's pretty much a newcomer would be to approach it. So let's just go ahead and start things off with some of my first impressions. Once again, I have played for a couple of hours and like to touch on just some of the major aspects of the game. Primarily the climbing of things and the combat and assassination and all that fun stuff. Also picking up of collectibles. So let's start off with the climbing. Wow, it's easy. Climbing is so easy. There's almost zero interaction. So if you haven't played the game, basically what happens is you just move throughout the environment and you hold down this free run button that allows you to quickly move up objects, move across tree limbs, and leap from one area to the other. Now there's a jump button that's used in certain situations, like when you want to jump into a haystack or jump into some water, but most of the time, even the jumping is automated for you. As long as you're holding down the free run button, you will jump from sort of one climbable ledge to another if you're going across rooftops, for example. So yeah, the climbing in this game is super easy, very little interactivity. So there's of course pros and cons to that. The pro is it's a very fluid system and you're able to quite easily move throughout the environment. But I feel like the con is there's definitely these situations that are like, crap, I didn't want to do that, but my guy moved in this direction because it's more or less an automated system. Now, a lot of times you can like decide, use your joystick to point what direction you want to move into, but it's not 100%, and definitely sometimes it messes up. So again, I think it's good because it adds fluidity, but it's bad because your character isn't 100% of the time doing what you're thinking they're going to do because there's more or less a lack of input a lot of the time. But again, I like that it's fluid. It's crazy the amount you pretty much climb anything within this game. Barring a few like large walls that don't have areas that you can grab onto and stuff like that. But there's definitely a lot of areas that you're able to explore throughout, which is pretty cool. Now onto the combat. Combat is also quite simplistic. We've got an attack button, a break their defenses button, and then like a parry button. And then with the parry, you can also do counterattacks and things of that nature. Pretty simple, but I also understand because there definitely seems like there will be a lot of situations within this game where you're fighting against multiple enemies. And while a lot of times I have just been able to run away from those encounters, if you stay to fight, it's really not that tough. You go stab, stab, counterattack, stab, stab, counterattack, stab, stab, counterattack, stab, stab, counterattack, rinse and repeat is what my experience has been so far within these first few hours. So combat is pretty basic, but I suppose that's not really the highlight of this game. There are some sort of stealth mechanics in the sense that you can see enemies when they are spotting you and you're able to hide away from them. There's of course also the element of hiding within brush and haystacks, and there's the fact that you can disguise yourself in crowds and then hire these people to distract guards and things of that nature. All of that's really cool. Overall, I am definitely enjoying the limited time that I've spent with the game. I also have been having a heck of a fun time playing the assassination missions. It's really cool to, have a target, try to sneak up on them, try to take them out without being spotted. Even though it isn't a full-on stealth game, again, the mechanics are in place enough so that you're able to execute, and as long as you're paying attention, you can be stealthy and take someone out without getting spotted. Fun stuff, great times, fantastic all around. But again, one of the biggest things that I want to do here with this video is reach out and ask you guys a question. So I'm pretty limited on time, and I know that this game could run up to around 40 to 60 hours if I tried to do absolutely everything. But the truth is, I can't do that. That's not reasonable. I'm sure I could probably sink about 20 hours, but if we get closer to 30 and 40, chances are I just won't finish the game. There's too many other games that I'm playing on a regular basis. So with that in mind, mind. How should I approach this? Should I focus 100% on the main storyline? Should I do some of the collectibles on the side? Which ones should be prioritized? Should I do any of the side missions, or should I pretty much skip all of them? So again, for you guys who have finished the game, or for those of you who played it and stopped, what do you think held you up? Do you think you were spending too much time going for 100% collectible rate? Or do you think you were spending too much time on the side missions? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm excited, I'm having fun, and I'm looking forward to hearing your guys' input. Thanks again for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe. And as always, keep watching and keep owning.